Why was the Palawan porcupine in the Philippines once mistaken for a vampire by local villagers? Well, sit tight, porcupine parents, because we're about to dive quill first into everything you need to know about these pokey little nocturnal misfits you call roommates. Whether your Palawan porcupine is stomping around at night like it owns the place or giving you the don't touch me side eye, we've got you covered. Let's be honest, owning one is kind of like sharing a home with a grumpy forest wizard who eats roots and has a built-in armor system. It's weird, it's wonderful, it's the porcupine life. First things first, caring for a Palawan porcupine, scientifically known as Hystrix pumila, is not exactly like tossing kibble at a dog and calling it a day. This exotic critter comes with a big old backpack of responsibilities and not the Dora the Explorer kind. We're talking legal paperwork, habitat requirements, and enough dietary needs to rival your neighborhood vegan. Native to the Palawan region of the Philippines, these nocturnal animals are classified as vulnerable by the International Union for Conservation of Nature. That means they're not just rare, they're on nature's please handle with care list. And here you are, you lucky porcupine whisperer, caring for one of the most misunderstood animals in the Southeast Asian jungle. Now let's talk about something spicy. Legality. No, I'm not about to reveal that your porcupine is secretly running from the law, but the truth is not every place gives the green light to Palawan porcupine ownership. In many parts of the world, especially areas that fall under the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species Regulations, it's flat out illegal to own one without proper documentation. That means you as a porcupine parent should already be clutching onto import licenses, exotic wildlife permits, and probably a paper trail that would make a detective proud. Surprise inspections? Yep. Annual renewals? You bet. Bureaucracy? Thy name is exotic pet ownership. But hey, you already made it past that hurdle, so gold star for you. Palawan porcupines are nocturnal and solitary creatures, unlike affectionate pets like cats or dogs. While you're winding down, they're just waking up and roaming around like tiny hairy gremlins. They spend their days hiding in burrows or under vegetation, avoiding social interactions. These shy introverts only seek companionship during mating season. Don't mistake their quiet demeanor for weakness. They defend themselves by launching sharp quills backward. They're not aggressive, just not interested in cuddling or being social. These creatures prefer their solo lifestyle and are definitely not the hug-it-out type. Speaking of housing your pokey tenant, let's get into the nitty-gritty of enclosures. A Palawan porcupine needs an outdoor space of at least 10 feet by 10 feet, surrounded by a secure perimeter to prevent escapes. The enclosure should include logs, stumps, and tunnels to mimic their natural habitat. Since they're diggers, provide a sandy or soil-based substrate for burrowing. Add climbing structures like low boulders or logs, and ensure there's a dark, quiet shelter for rest. These tropical creatures thrive in temperatures between 75 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit, so if you live in a colder area, invest in a heat source. A cold porcupine is an unhappy porcupine. Be sure the enclosure offers a comfortable, safe space for your prickly friend to dig, climb, and rest, giving them the environment they need to thrive. Now let's chew into the diet. In the wild, Palawan porcupines are plant-based eaters, enjoying tubers, bark, fruits, and leaves. In captivity, you must recreate this diet with fresh veggies like carrots and sweet potatoes and leafy greens. Add in occasional tropical fruits like banana and papaya. Rodent blocks or herbivore pellets can help cover their nutritional needs. Chew toys or safe wood are also essential for dental health, as their teeth never stop growing. Without something to gnaw on, you'll end up with a porcupine in desperate need of a dental intervention. Keeping their teeth in check is crucial for a healthy, happy porcupine. Hygiene might not be your porcupine's strong suit, but it better be yours. Every day, remove uneaten food and feces. Yes, every day. Weekly chores include replacing substrate if it's getting rough and scrubbing water bowls. Once a month, deep clean the shelter and inspect the enclosure for damage. Porcupines are crafty and may tunnel into neighboring areas, so stay alert. For health and veterinary care, Palawan porcupines need specialized attention. You should already have an exotic animal veterinarian on speed dial. Common health issues include overgrown teeth, which can cause eating problems, parasitic infections, and stress-related behaviors like excessive hiding or refusing food. Regular health checkups are essential. As for trimming their teeth, leave that to the professionals. Attempting it yourself can lead to a painful experience. Trust me, you don't want to end up being stabbed by a porcupine's quills while trying to manage dental care. Porcupines need enrichment. Boredom is the silent killer of exotic pets. Keep them mentally stimulated with puzzle feeders and chewable logs or toys, helping them wear down those growing teeth. Change their hiding spots frequently to keep them from getting too comfortable. You can also use scent enrichment by adding herbs, fresh branches, or other safe-smelling items to their environment. Think of it as creating the Disneyland of rodent real estate for them. A bored porcupine is one step away from escaping, but owning a Palawan porcupine isn't all fun and games. These animals are not affectionate. They won't curl up in your lap. Instead, they'll threaten you with quills if you try to pet them when they're not in the mood. They're not suitable for homes with young kids, as their quills can cause serious injury. Palawan porcupines have specific care needs, and finding the right vet and enrichment supplies can be challenging. They live up to 15 years, so be prepared for a long-term commitment. Did you know the Palawan porcupine is also called the Balabac? Before charging at predators, it puts on a full warning display, foot stomping, tail rattling, and a backward bum charge. Yes, it fights with its, making it one of the most passive-aggressive animals out there. Now to the question on every exotic pet owner's mind: are Palawan porcupines legal exotic pets? The answer is more complex than a porcupine's mood swings. The legality of owning one depends heavily on your location. Let's start with the United States. Some states are cool with certain porcupine species, including Palawan porcupines. New York, for example, allows them under their exotic pet guidelines. They're considered large rodents, not wild threats, but you still need to check your specific state and local regulations, because those laws can flip faster than a pancake on Sunday morning. What is legal today could be banned tomorrow, so always stay informed. Now, earlier in the video, we left you wondering what makes the Palawan porcupine such a wild, spiky mystery. First off, yes, it really was mistaken for a vampire by villagers thanks to its creepy nighttime noises and habit of lurking in the dark. No, those quills don't fly like darts, sorry, action movie fans, but they are razor sharp and used like a built-in backup weapon. And that foot stomping, it's the porcupine's version of back off, buddy. Despite its gothic vibes, this nocturnal loner just wants a quiet life, a cool burrow, and absolutely no cuddles ever. Now, in the Philippines, the situation is stricter. Since the Palawan porcupine is endemic to that region and classified as a vulnerable species due to poaching and habitat destruction, keeping one as a pet is heavily restricted. You'd need a special permit, and unauthorized possession could result in serious legal trouble. We're not talking about a slap on the wrist, we're talking fines, confiscation, and possibly jail time. So owning one in the Philippines without proper documentation is a big no-no. Better to be on the right side of the law than to be featured in a wildlife crime documentary. And now the moment you've all been waiting for: why on earth was the Palawan porcupine mistaken for a vampire? Well, back in the day, some local villagers in Palawan noticed their livestock were waking up with mysterious injuries. Combine that with eerie, raspy sounds echoing through the night, and the fact that these animals are nocturnal and rarely seen, and suddenly you've got a full-blown vampire legend. They were dubbed local vampires because, well, when you hear strange noises in the dark and your goats have odd puncture wounds, you don't immediately think porcupine. But of course, the truth was far less spooky and far more prickly. It turns out those injuries were likely accidental encounters with quills. And the sounds? Just your porcupine doing its best haunted house impersonation. So there you have it, porcupine parents. You're not just raising an exotic pet, you're housing a legendary creature with a misunderstood past, a jungle appetite, and a talent for stabbing things backward. Make sure you keep their environment enriched, their health monitored, their paperwork legal, and their food fresh. Oh, and try not to pet them too much unless you enjoy unsolicited acupuncture. If you found this guide helpful, please subscribe to the channel for more prickly content. Comment below about the weirdest sound your porcupine has made. See you in the next one. Next up, what has armor like a medieval knight, can roll into a perfect ball like a Pokemon, and is so flexible it could probably win a yoga championship? Meet the southern three-banded armadillo, nature's living bowling ball. But wait, do they really roll away from danger or just show off? Can you actually keep one as a pet without turning your home into a sandpit? And why do their toenails look like they moonlight as tiny gardening tools? Hit that next video and discover why this strange, clunky creature might just roll its way into your heart and your living room.